Hey there, thought I would just record a cube draft. I've been enjoying this a lot. It's been super fun. I think the cube worked a lot better than I thought it was going to. Like there are a lot of kind of nice synergies, nice different ways you can build your deck. Things like aristocrats I think is actually viable, which is pretty cool. A couple different flavors of aggro, a lot of different kind of control and mid-range shells you can build. I think it's really cool, and I think they did a really good job with it. Um, Definitely helps having some of those historic cards added, kind of brings together archetypes. Like Thalia is an absolute bomb in this cube. Okay, so I think starting off with Hydroid Krasis is rarely ever a bad thing. This card is pretty crazy. Other cards I like here, Murderous Rider, Bone Crusher Giant, decent ways to get 2-for-1s. This land is okay. It does kind of suck committing to 2 colors right off the bat, but we could splash one of them. We don't have to play them. And Hydroid Krasis is a really good, really flexible card, so I'm just going to pick it up here. Okay. Um, I think Essence Scatter is reasonable. I think Daunte Vanguard is amazing in aggro. Rampaging Ferociton is amazing in aggro too. I mean, we could try to grab one of those and see, or we could just pick up Essence Scatter. I think I'm kind of leaning towards Essence Scatter a little bit. It does deal with a lot of things in the cube, and I played aggro last draft, so I might just pick that up for now. Okay, this is great. Entrancing Melody is an absolute bomb. It's an absurd card in this cube. You just kind of grab their thing, get one for yourself. Other than that, Untamed Kavu, I actually found this to be really good. It's a great way to not die to anti-aggro. Sorry, to not die to aggro. Ram through, also decent uh, in our colors here. Few decent other things. Pretty decent pack. I'm gonna pick up Entrancing Melody though. Okay. There's nothing that I'm really going crazy for. Winota is pretty good in some aggro shells. Same with Tectonic Giant. Um, I have played kind of Simic or Teamer decks before that I have actually decked myself with. So maybe I'll take Jace. Not necessarily planning to play it with these picks so far, but I think Jace is the pick. Okay. Um, well, Jade Light Ranger is a good card. Triome, Ketria Triome is pretty good here. So those are the two I'm most looking at. Um, I think fixing should be prioritized pretty highly, so I'm just gonna grab this, I think. Jade Light Ranger is really nice though. I don't know if we're doing a beatdown plan at all. I think it's more of a sit back sit back plan. Not that Jade Light Ranger necessarily has to get in the paint, but there's nothing crazy here. I could just take Lonely Sandbar as a cycling land. Could take Skittering Surveyor actually. Skittering Surveyor is always nice. 3-drop that draws you a card. Basic land, but still. I've wanted to play the Azorius Flyers deck. I don't really think we have the start for it here, but yeah, I think we're just Skittering Surveyor. Would love to pick up, some couple twos. Uh, I do find with decks like this, you'd have to be able to not die to aggro. It's just so important because a lot of people are going to be playing the aggro type decks. I saw somebody was playing Enchantress, Selesnya Enchantress, and actually won. They had that and the Yavimaya Presence, I think it's called, where you draw a card with each enchantment you play. That was really cool to see. I had never seen that before. So I'm not totally sure if we're playing anything in this pack. I mean, if we are willing to go Teamer, Skewer is decent. Could just pick up Negate. Negate's not bad. We might play it. So far we're not even necessarily in green. We're just mostly blue with a potential green splash there. Yeah, sure. Thassa's Oracle might be a better version of Jace. It's also better against aggro. But Wavebreak Hippocamp is better with counterspells. I might pick up Thassa's Oracle, and maybe we will get into a situation where we are trying to mill ourselves out. Okay, white's looking super open. Um, 4 white cards wheel. I think Remorseful Cleric is pretty solid, so a little surprised to see it here, but we'll just pick up the Quench, getting some 2-mana counterspells. Wow, white is very open. This might just be a good 2-drop, honestly. Oh, actually? Huh. Yeah, I could see playing this. Same with Blast Zone, another thing we might end up playing. We'll see how our mana is, see how many colors we are. Not sure how much self-mill there is. I don't know if we're really doing the Thassa's Oracle, Jace Wielder of Mysteries plan. Um, we could definitely not be doing any of that. Nothing's crazy here. I mean, Emery's on color. We'll cut blue a little bit more as well. Could could grab Skittering Surveyor a whole bunch more. Okay, so Bot of Insight is a way to self-mill. Um, Not sure if we are on the self-mill plan, but if we are, we have a few cards for it already, which is kind of interesting. Haven't seen a lot of green, so I don't know if we're going to be playing it, because I think there are probably at least 2 green drafters out there, 2 other green drafters. Okay, Memory Leak for the board. Let's see what we open. There's nothing that goes like, there's nothing that really stands out here. Maybe we should try to get into white or something? Maybe we should play the white flyers list. I actually do think this card's really good in this cube, so might pick it up. Heartless Act is also a solid choice here. Like Flood of Tears, I've just been kind of underwhelmed by Flood of Tears so far. I just haven't seen it do really amazing stuff. So maybe we'll pick up this and we'll see what happens in the rest of the pack. Couple interesting things here. I think Ugin's great. Great top end card. Mindstone, really solid as well. Awesome 2-mana play. If we are really trying to go white, Conclave Tribunal is great. Didn't Say Please is pretty alright. I think I might pick up Ugin here. You're almost never sad to have this in your deck.
We are but motes in a vast multiverse.
Dungeon Geists, that's a card. If we're mono blue, Clockwork Servant gets much better. Grindborn Cutthroat also is good for not dying. Might be Dungeon Geists right now. I'm not totally sure if we're going to be mono blue. If this wheels, that would be kind of interesting. If we're just going to play mono blue self mill or something. So mono blue control kind of thing. If we can pick up like 2 more dual lands, the splash becomes pretty much free. So I will be looking out for those as well. Okay, first Iroan Games has been okay. I've If you don't deal with it, it is pretty good for sure. You get a lot of stuff out of it. I don't have a ton of 4-power creatures, so if they like killed the token, it would be kind of rough. But Boon of the Wishgiver, also a solid card. Great way to refill if you can like ramp up to it, especially. I think maybe the plan is we just try to stay blue for right now. Um, Taranika has seemed okay to me. Knight of Grace is okay as well. I think that's just what we're picking up. Oh, the person to our left has a lot of packs. Okay, Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi I actually do think is a very, very strong card. I've been really impressed with just being able to like slam a 9/9 on turn 5. I actually am kind of tempted to pick it. There are some cool things for the Flyers list, but I don't think that's really where we are right now, so I'm just going to pick Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi. Alrios Enraptured is reasonable. Um, it's probably the pickup. Mantle of the Wolf is okay. Played a run with Gitrog Monster yesterday, and it was awesome. I'm going to go for Alrios here. Cool. Okay. This is kind of good. I mean, there are a few blue cards here. Planar Cleansing could be nice if we want to play white, but I do kind of like just Neutralize here. Got a nice suite of counterspells going. Haven't seen Tetsuko do too much at all. Not really sure. Maybe because even in the Azorius Flyers deck, you pump them up, so you're not really playing, you know, you're not really playing 1 power or 1 toughness creatures really. Okay. Cavalier of Thorns, Spark Double, and Chemistry's Insight. So if we pick Cavalier of Thorns, we're going very heavy into green. We will have to have a lot of green lands here. What are we Spark Doubling? Spark Double Dungeon Geist, Jace. Oh my gosh. That's unfortunate. I did not even see. That's unfortunate. I don't know if that's ever happened to me before. I really do need to select something so that doesn't happen again. Okay, we'll just pick up the counterspell here. Would love to get a few more early plays. Our top end is looking pretty nice so far. Flood of Tears doesn't return the enchanted land. Okay, so since we're almost mono blue, I feel like Clockwork Servant could be reasonable. As Folio Fancies seems pretty medium. I'm not really sure if we're gonna do anything crazy with these. It's a 2-drop with flying. Probably. Actually, I could maybe see us playing this. Okay, so Merfolk Trickster, solid 2-drop. Icy Manipulator, great control card. Um, Realm Cloaked Giant, if we do want to play white, I don't know if we're really on the white plan right now. Would let us. Not sure. I think Icy is the card that immediately catches my eye as being like the pick here. But Merfolk Trickster is pretty solid as well. We got Nightveil Sprite, Beast Whisperer, Gemrazor, Wolfwillow Haven in our colors. Are we playing green? We probably are playing green at this point, right? How many creatures do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so probably Beast Whisperer is a no-go at this point. So we'll just pick up Wolfwillow Haven as some ramp. Ooh, Nadir Kraken. That's a nice card. That can definitely just win the game on its own, given some time. Solid pickup. We're passing on Winged Words, Castle Garenbrig. Castle Garenbrig is good with Hydroid Krasis, but we're not too sad about it. Talrand, Return to the Wildspeaker. So this card is really good with Hydroid Krasis as well. We don't have a ton of other creatures, though. I guess Vitu-Ghazi would trigger it, because it is a non-human creature. Actually, Return to the Wildspeaker isn't the craziest thing I've ever heard of in this deck. Actually, maybe Talrand, because we do have a lot of counterspells, so if we can stick Talrand, we might be able to kind of build up. Okay, so this is kind of a tough pick, actually. I do like Commence the Endgame a lot, but we might have to pick up a dual land to make our mana a bit better. It's just rough because I do really like this card, but I don't think it's going to wheel. It's unfortunate. I am going to pick up the fixing though. Hope to get another big play, perhaps. Okay. Scholar of the Ages actually doesn't look awful in this deck. There are a lot of things that we could get back with it. Castle Vantress also is pretty reasonable here. Callous Dismissal isn't the worst card. I'm going to try Scholar of Ages. I don't know if it's actually the best pick here, but I think it's the one I'm going to try. Okay, yeah, Enchantress's Presence. That was it, not Yevimai's Presence. Yeah, this card is cool. Body Double seems cool. Growth Spiral also would be nice, of course. I guess we'll go with Growth Spiral. Not totally sure exactly what we're doing here. That's for Mill. Let's just take Fibblethip. We probably will end up playing him, honestly. Okay, Merfolk Trickster's still here. Don't really think we're playing anything here. We might play Winged Words. Not sure exactly how many flyers we have, not that many, but might still be playable. I think we still have a couple more packs before the Commence the Endgame pack. Okay, again, we might play Thirst for Meaning. Not totally sure. Okay, yeah, this was the pack. Silent Departure. I found Silent Departure. I played with it once. It was alright, actually. Kills tokens nicely, of which there are a fair amount. I think Scholar of Ages has some really cool stuff with like Flood of Tears, if you can get a lot of cheap permanents. I wish we had more things like Mind Stone though, if that were going to be the case. Okay, so we only ended up picking up 2 dual lands, which isn't exactly where we want to be. Um, I think we want to play Blast Zone. I'm not sure if we want to play this. Probably not. Okay, so not sure if we're playing either of these two. Although if we actually are going for a deck yourself plan, maybe I should play Thassa's Oracle. If we're going for a control kind of style, until we win. How many enchantments do we have? We have one enchantment. So this is just a rifle through your stuff card. Not totally sure if that's what we want. It's also possible that we don't want Skittering Surveyor. If we're trying to deck ourselves, then. Okay, let's cut it for now, and maybe we'll consider bringing it back at some point. So how many instant sorceries do we have? We have 17 non-creatures. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's probably good enough for Talrand, right? 13's got to be good enough, especially since we're going to be drawing a ton of cards. So maybe we keep Talrand in for now. Are we cutting green? If we just cut green, how close would we be? We wouldn't have Hydroid Krasis, though. What if we cut just those? And we just splashed these two? Actually, is Growth Spiral even worth splashing here? I'm not totally sure what to do. I think we are maybe on the self-mill plan a little bit. So I feel like I want to keep Bond of Insight, but otherwise it does look like one of the weaker cards here. Maybe Scholar of Ages is a little too ambitious. Like, I'm just imagining some loop where we can, like, Flood of Tears it a whole bunch. But also, it's just good to get back, like a counterspell or some more card draw. I don't know, it's probably a cut at this point. What about that? That doesn't look bad. Just green for Hydroid Krasis. We have one, two, probably one more source is fine. Five green sources, that's more than enough. I don't even know if we need five, maybe we only need four. Okay, we're gonna see how it goes. Let's see who our opponent is round one here. And more importantly, what they've got for us. Wow. This hand is really medium. Is it fine to keep this though? I think probably mulligan this. It's kind of close, but okay, this is much better. Okay, we got both of our mill ourself cards here. Yeah, I do think negating this is probably the right play. Okay. Blast Zone. Jace will just start getting some value here. Three colors from the opponent. Legendary card, put it into your hand. So what kinds of things do they even get with that? Like getting Ulamog with it is pretty good, I guess, but is that what they're doing? Like, do I have to Icy here? I guess I could Icy and hold up counterspells next turn. Yeah, let's just try that. His ult's at 8? Okay. Would love to get some more lands here. Putting Silent Departure in the bin is kind of okay. If he starts playing some big legends, we can definitely do some stuff. Flash it back. Okay. Oh, probably should have done this first and then played a land, but eh. We're just gonna do this, have Quench and Essence Scatter up. I'm totally fine trading these off, of course. $20 cards left to go. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Gonna give it Pro Blue. Swinging for 2? I think that's fine. Like, Jace can't get hit forever, but he can get hit for a while. Yeah. So I don't mind Ugin here, and I don't mind Clockwork Servant. I think I'd rather keep up Counter Magic, so I might go Clockwork Servant and keep up either Neutralize or Icy Manipulator plus like one of the cheaper counter spells. Pay Adamant. Great. There we go. I don't think I'm gonna swing with this. Maybe I could have. Okay, yeah, this is probably Quench for sure. Gets Taijik. Sure.
It's a matter of give and take.
So if we Ugin now, we don't have any counterspells up, but we do have Icy Manipulator up. How close are we? We're 11, and we're going to have 6 Devotion. Wow, we're getting kind of close here. I might actually just slam Ugin. Remove this creature.
Gone, interloper.
I don't even think we want to attack. I think we're actually fine just going on the mill ourselves out plan. This is kind of fun. I didn't think this was going to work right off the bat. Yep. Yeah, we'll just go right ahead and tap it here. Okay. So if I think we probably have it here, right? Yeah, we must.
Truth lies beyond. Teachers think this.
So we've got 6 left, and that's going to be 6. Yeah. Perfect. There we go. First game out the gate. Against a bit of a slower, some sort of zoo or maybe legendaries deck. Got the self-mill plan. It's nice that they didn't pressure Jace too much early. We got kind of a free ride to activate Jace, what was that, like 6 times or something? On the area of, yeah, 5 times, 6 times, something like that. Yep, seems good. Hopefully the opponent isn't too quick. Yep. Well, the good news is that we can Entrancing Melody that on turn 3, which is a possibility if it gets bigger. Gruul aggro. Stone Coil, yeah. So we could actually Entrancing Melody that now. Or do we want to wait one more turn and Entrancing Melody the Pelt Collector, who might get bigger? I think we might just chill. Could definitely see myself countering almost anything that they want to play here. Yeah, that's quenchable. Yeah, I think this is fine. Maybe we can Dungeon Geists and tap down his guy. Unfortunately, Entrancing Melody and Flood of Tears don't work great together, but... Okay. That is not great. Hopefully he doesn't have a removal spell. Let's just swing in here. It's possible that it was right in case right to wait in case he had more haste creatures. Wow, okay. Okay, that's pretty good here. So we'll return that. Swing 3 there, and that's probably just it.
Watch this.
Save some counter spells.
Dragon does not lose.
This guy's had a few haymakers for sure, but we've been able to respond pretty well. I could just didn't say please this. Oh no, he has to cast the other half next turn? Huh. I'm just gonna counter this card. Okay. We can play Alrios and keep up Essence Scatter, which is pretty decent. Getting in the paint a little bit. I am fine with blocking if he attacks with Stone Coil here. So I think the plan is we're probably never casting Flood of Tears this game. I'm a little surprised he didn't play anything else last turn after getting his Heart's Desire countered. Okay. Is he going to gain control of this just to... just to get in for 2? Wow. So I could just return this, and then if he hits me for 2, that's fine. Do I want to leave back Alrios? He's actually... No, this is pretty good, because I can get in for a lot here. Like, he has to literally... He has to deal with, like, Dungeon Geists, even. Okay, that's reasonable. So he can block Dungeon Geists here, block Pelt Collector. Oh, he has to attack. My creatures have to attack. Okay. Well, this is a little bit unfortunate, because I don't think I can kill him. Well, I guess this has to happen either way, pretty much. He chose to... That seems weird to me, because now his Gruul Spellbreaker will die? I'm not really sure why he did that. Otherwise, he could have had his Gruul Spellbreaker untap. I think that was maybe a little bit of a misplay there. I guess I just want to keep up Essence Scatter. I don't think it's really gonna matter. Okay. I'll just put Blast Zone on top, actually. Definitely seems a little bit weird that he would choose that block sequence. Great. There we go. Pretty close game. Definitely, he came out swinging. Pelt Collector into Stone Coil on 2. But Entrancing Melody to grab a 2/2 that turns into a 3/3 is always good. Let's go for round 3. That game was good, honestly. I expected to do a little worse against aggro, have a little trouble with aggro, but that seemed to be okay. Oh man, uh, this is a little bit rough. I actually would feel a lot better if Blast Zone was an island. I think I might just have to keep this though. We do have two spells we can cast. Um, and we have just one more land. Makes this pretty good. Okay, we'll keep it. Yeah. It's not the most amazing hand I've ever seen, but we're against someone with Aurelia as their avatar, so okay. Not necessarily aggro though. Very nice. Another island. Yeah, we're fine with just... Okay, so if they're playing like a Simic Flash deck, it's good to get ahead of them a little bit. Elvish Rejuvenator, sure. Oh, nice. So our options obviously are Clockwork Servant and Didn't Say Please. Hmm. They could have some pretty spooky 5-drops. Not sure when we're going to get a chance to play this though, so I might just slam it now. Perhaps we can take control of something that they play a bit later. Okay, I regret everything. Wow. That backfired. I didn't expect them to play Ashiok, that's for sure. Um, like, I'm not even really sure how we don't fucking lose. Like, we can't use Silent Departure every turn, so that's not really that much of an option. We could bait them into getting our deck low, maybe? That would be kind of funny. I wonder if that's our out here. We just hope that they exile a lot of our deck. Salt is at 7? Oh no. Um, so this is a little bit rough. Like, we could take evasive action here. Oh no, we can't even. We can't do both here. Somewhat annoying. I think we maybe just want to make them think about things a little more. Oh. What can they get that's really scary off of us? So we absolutely counter that, because that we just lose if they get that off. Oh, this is Gem Razor, gotcha. Okay, Flood of Tears is pretty good. I don't hate silent departuring their guy here though, and then making Ashiok unable to ult. Because we do want them to mill us, but we don't want them to kill us.
The shadows awaken.
Don't mind if I take my octopus for a walk?
Okay, I think this is a good way to get the attack triggers, but actually still slow them down. Um, I think it would look kind of fishy if we attacked, actually. So we'll just pretend to leave up a counterspell here, although they already saw neutralize and didn't say please. So it's definitely possible that we're going to Flood of Tears at some point. So if we find a green source for Hydroid Krasis, I think we're in really good shape, actually. And none of them have been, oh no, one of them has been exiled now. Okay, so we've got 3 more. It'd be really good to find the other forest or hinterland harbor. And we can play like Krasis for a few. And next turn we could even play Thassa's Oracle Flood of Tears. I think he's thinking, yeah. So what's he gonna get? Nadir Kraken, Ugin. Oh yeah, Ugin's really good. So I think we're just on the Flood of Tears plan, and we're actually not like super sad or anything.
Not petty wars. Ether itself serves me.
We're not really gonna have any mana to play things, but hopefully they'll take a little while to rebuild, and we'll have a handful of stuff as well. It'd be nice to draw land here just so we could actually like put something out. Yeah? Okay. I think we're just on this plan. Gonna discard a couple. So we want to probably keep this. Probably Talrand is something we want to discard, and Winged Words for now. 14 cards left. I don't think they've seen Jace. I think perhaps just Ugin hit? Looks good.
My presence alone will bathe in ghost fire.
I think we're looking really good here, actually. So the opponent thinks that they're going to mill us out, but uh, unless they have like a way to get Thassa's out of our hand. Oh boy.
And fabric of the multiverse.
So this actually doesn't work that well with Ugin because you can't get the adamant cost on it. Okay, Dungeon Geists, sure.
Secrets manifest before you.
I'm not entirely sure what we're doing. I think, do we play this just as a 2-3? We're gonna gum up the board a lot here. Yeah, I think I like just playing a whole bunch of lads. Makes it really unlikely that he can kill Ugin this turn, and that gets us a lot closer to a Thassa's Oracle win here. I think it's pretty likely he'll -3 on Nadir Kraken, but that's fine. Sure, 5/5. Yep, draw a card. Yep. Would still love to find a green source here for Krasis. I think if we find a green source here, we pretty much win. I think there are very few cards that could stop us. Ooh, we could Entrancing Melody this for just 4 mana.
One drop ripples and grows.
Do we want to pay 1 or do we want to try to... Yeah, that's fine.
Ether itself serves me.
I think we're just going for a Thassa's Oracle win next turn. We also drew Jace, which could be good in case they have a counterspell maybe. It'd be nice to have counterspell backup for the Thassa's Oracle, but... I mean, Quench is good, but they have probably enough mana that Quench doesn't matter. What could they have to get them out of this? I mean, if they, like, wiped away all of my blue pips in response to Thassa's Oracle, could be annoying. Okay, so they get rid of some now.
It is unwritten.
Yeah, so I think... we want to... I think we want to keep Ugin around. I hope he taps out for something. I hope he plays a huge Krasis. That would be awesome for us. Oh, negate. That's perfect. So there's 4 cards, so we're gonna start with that.
Manipulation of the mind.
Fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
Perfect. 2 out of 3 wins with self-mill. Nice. Facing another slow deck works very well for us. Bonjour. We're on the draw, and we don't have plays until turn 3. Could cycle. I guess we'll keep it and hope that we maybe get a 2-drop or that our opponent isn't crazy fast. Okay. Well, there's a very real chance that we're going to cycle this if our opponent plays like a Plains or another Mountain. Yep. Okay, that's pretty good for us, that they're just using their mana to draw cards. I think I'm going to cycle this as well. Quench is a great draw here. Perfect draw, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna quench this, for sure. Don't want to let them get any treasure. Let's go for Nadir Kraken. I think Nadir Kraken's like as scary as most of the stuff we could counterspell here, so I think we're kind of fine with it. Lava Coil, okay. Kroxa, yeah. Let's get rid of the Trickster. He's got 4 cards in his bin. Wow. I'm not sure what the play is here. I think we might actually slam Alirios. That's probably okay. I mean, I hope he says sacrifice a creature. Okay, discards a card. We'll just discard the Krasis here. Oh, he's got Squee. Okay. So he can just go ahead. Do I want to counter Squee? Seems so silly. I guess we'll discard Entrancing Melody. It'd be great to hit a land here and be able to use Dungeon Geists against that. Perfect. Kroxa is going to come out, though, if we just let it happen, so I think we have to counter it. He's really not going to cast Kroxa here? Really? Okay. Like, the problem is once Kroxa comes down, I just have nothing to deal, like, no way to deal with it. So I really would like to counter it first. I mean, I guess maybe my opponent's just playing this well, and he suspects that I have a counterspell. Deciding which of those two to play, perhaps? Interested to see which ones he's going to pick here. We kept Island in case he wants us to discard a card, of course. Yep. We each get to draw as well. Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if he has another removal spell, but I am just going to play this and hope he doesn't. I think if he has another removal spell, we're kind of dead anyway, so... I think I am pretty dead here. Like, we could flood and delay an extra turn, but... I think we'll just throw in the towel. That squee loop was pretty good there. Pretty dangerous. But yeah, my opponent played very well around a counterspell. Maybe it was obvious I was leaving it up, but there's not really that much I could do. This hand's very keepable. Fibblethip on 2, Kraken on 3, potentially. Yep, I think the plan continues. I think we've just got to try to go for even more value than he's going to get out of the Eagle there. I'm assuming he's playing, like, if not the Azorius Flyers list, some variation with black. Black for removal, maybe? Oh, he's eyeing the Kraken. Yep. Man, like, we have Instance and Sorcery coming down if we're able to have Talrand stay. Or do we want to leave up a counterspell? I think maybe it's kind of hard to tell. Like, I don't know exactly what he's going to play. He could play something kind of crazy next turn. Maybe I won't make the same mistakes I made last time, and I'll not play into something right before my opponent slams Ashiok. Yep, I think that's just an Essence Scatter target. Okay, so we could Entrancing Melody now. I don't mind just Icy Manipulator, though. Icy Manipulator plus tap down.
I'm known for my excellent. Hold that thought.
This is a little bit rough. There is a world in which we have Talrand out, and then we grab the Eagle, and we can swing in with some hefty flyers. And I think that might be the world we want to try to get into. Interesting. He very much does not want that anywhere in the game here. Hopefully I can just Icy Manipulator his Eagle, and then maybe Icy Manipulator the next thing he plays, and then we can just kill Teferi with Fibblethip. Well, it is Icy Manipulatorable. We're one off from casting Entrancing Melody on Lyra here. I think I'm just gonna wait for that. So we're gonna take some pain here. Hopefully we get the draw. Yeah, we gotta counter it. Land. Perfect. Never didn't have it. Oh no, don't have more gas, come on. Don't have an in bolus's clutches or something. Okay. That's a little bit brutal. Um, this will get big kind of quickly. Hopefully we can find our, oh boy. Hopefully we can find our, return target creature to its owner's hand. This is looking kind of grim for us, though. I don't know if this is the right call. We just get so low, though, if we don't. Okay, Ugin's a good start.
I came into being long for your kind. My plans do not include you.
That's a good start. That's the kind of draw we needed to not immediately lose. Let's see what we get. Winged Words.
Secrets.
Would have been kind of nice to draw that, but we could just Thassa's Oracle and look at the top 4, try to get a good draw next turn. Yeah, I think we're more in danger of just straight up dying rather than trying to win by milling ourselves out here. We could Blast Zone is the long game, right? Blast Zone is the destroy this with Blast Zone, but we'd also destroy some of our own stuff. Destroy this with Blast Zone, and then we can tap this down. I think it's a little better than the clockwork guy. And yeah, if he wants to trade this, that's also fine with us. I have a feeling he will not want to, but yep. Well, we are gaining power with our Ugin Plus faster than he's gaining it with this this Dreadhorde invasion, so theoretically, we should be able to beat him eventually. I think I'm just blocking with this if he attacks with the zombie next turn. And if he gives us Winged Words, awesome. I don't think he will, though. I think Blast Zone probably was the correct call to put on top. It is going to kill our Illyrios, but we basically just have to remember to not, or remember to always tap it down, and I think we're going to be okay here. Tap down whatever the attacker is. It might be this attacking us soon enough here. Actually, it's interesting. We are also getting some power on the board. So we'll just go ahead and put 2 charge counters. Ooh, Jace. Okay, so what exactly does this allow us to do? I think maybe first thing is we're going to just attack. Thinking long and hard if he wants to block, okay. Not totally sure what he can have here in terms of like combat tricks, but he has been holding some cards for a while. Okay.
I'm always a step ahead. This will come in handy. Ether itself serves me.
Okay, Boon of the Wishgiver might be something that we do cast at some point. We also are getting kind of close to killing him with combat damage here. I mean, if he doesn't play any more creatures, we can, but... Okay, we got it. Wow. Now, that was a close game. We just managed to stabilize. Ice Manipulator putting in some work. Ugin putting in work. Very nice. Good win. We're against death and stuff. Okay. Oh, lightning bolt sleeves. You know what that means. Like, what are we mulliganing into that's better than this? I guess we want some lower drops. I don't hate this though. We can maybe Entrancing Melody something small. I'm just gonna keep this. I think this is kind of a risky keep. Hope they aren't a really, really quick deck. Okay, that makes me feel better. They will have some really quick draws, but it's not the craziest aggro card. So my opponent is going to have kind of whatever he needs in the top 3 plus his hand, and the top 9 cards he's going to have. Going to be able to choose what he wants. 2 top, 1 bottom, that's probably not good for me. On blue-white. On 3 colors. Okay, well, we made it to the point where we have a counterspell up, which is nice. Kraken? Yeah, we probably have to counterspell this, right? Can't Entrancing Melody it for 2 more turns. Needlespire, search for Azcanta Island. Okay. Well, not really a point in keeping up mana, so we're just gonna play that, see if we can get some value off of Entrancing Melody. Maybe plays another 3-drop. Okay. 4-color good stuff, 5-color good stuff maybe, if he's playing Needlespires. Okay, so the plan might be to just grab his Sphinx of Foresight with Entrancing Melody next turn, make a 2/2 off of Talrand. Unfortunately, it once again is not very good with Flood of Tears, so we're gonna have to see how everything goes. There's a world in which we have Krasis and Thassa's Oracle out, and then we Flood of Tears for a ton of value, though. If he plays another great card, we're in trouble. All right. Well, he definitely could have counterspells up here. Is this what we want him to counterspell though? Maybe it is. So he doesn't counterspell our Flood of Tears later. Merfolk Trickstering his Sphinx was also definitely a great option. But it turned out pretty well. Could he have Settle? Yeah, he could have Settle. That would be fine. That'd be totally fine if he was going to Settle here. That means I could get a Forest. Okay, and now I get to scry. Perfect. Ugin? That's a pretty reasonable card here. Let's do it. I do think he's probably holding up something. I think I'd still be fine with getting 4 lands here, though, because we could refill with Hydroid Krasis. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. We're just gonna Ugin tick up here. And as per usual, hope he doesn't have, like, In Bolus's clutches or something. We can play a fat Krasis next turn. I'm talking, like, 8? Sure. 9/9 Krasis. Great. Our hand is totally refilled. We've got a big beater. Now this is looking great. Next turn we're going to have, like, counterspells up. Feeling a little more in control here. How many cards left in the library? 15? Okay. We're not quite winning on the... Okay, his own Krasis, yeah. We're not on the winning because of decking ourselves yet, but... Yeah, I mean, he has to block this next turn, right? Do I Bond of Insight and get cards back? My hand's already so full, though. I'm not sure. I think I maybe just discard a card. It's probably one of these. I guess it's going to be Quench. We do have the question if we want to Merfolk Trickster his Krasis before combat, though. Am I fine just... Yeah, because he's probably going to make a Servo, right? Oh, this only block... Or it doesn't block Hydroid Krasis. Actually, maybe that was a bad counter, then. Maybe I should have just let that resolve. Yeah, that's fine. So I think I just win here, right? Alright, gonna get in there with the Krasis beats. Okay, 5-1. We broke even. We did it. Wow, we had a hand kind of like this a little while ago. I don't hate it, actually. We do have like some cycling we can do if we're against a really aggressive deck. We just have answers for days. We're just going to be responding to what they play for a while. Okay, opponent mulliganed. It's like you hate to see it, but also you don't, you know? There's a chance I might cycle Boon of the Wishgiver, even if they don't play anything. Okay. Turns out that ended up being a good cycle there. Here we go. Okay, so now we do have options. We can keep up all sorts of interaction, or we can Clockwork Servant, draw a card. They're going to be on 4 mana next turn. I think maybe now is the time to play Clockwork Servant. Yeah, sure. Return target creature, so I could have returned this. I'm not sure if that would have been worth it, probably not. Okay, well my opponent now does have free reign here. Didn't play anything with it, okay. Just pass back. Do I want to negate that? No. I want to negate the Ashiok they're going to play. Oh, man. Do I want to negate the Gilded Lotus that they're playing right now? I think maybe we just let that resolve. Seems crazy. I don't know what they're going to play, but... Very slow game. They just haven't played anything that's like crazy deal with it or you lose, you know? Well, I'm going to tick up Blast Zone and get punished if they have Nightpack Ambusher. Okay, wouldn't have gotten punished because it could have just Entrancing Melodied it. Probably the same plan. We'll probably tick it up to 5. It'll be like on the precipice of killing Gilded Lotus. Okay, discard Flood of Tears, probably a good discard. Got the Godzilla lands. Nice. Ooh, well. Yeah, I mean, there's like not that much I can really do about that. I'm still going to counter it. Because I don't want to have that huge creature out there. Oh, actually, I could have Entrancing Melodied it. Oh. That probably was the play. To grab it with Entrancing Melody. I could have even kept up Negate, I think. I do want to just get a little bit of pressure down there, because I think my opponent is outvaluing me here. Yeah, gonna have to negate that. Make a 2/2. Okay, sure. I still get a 2/2 out of the deal. Okay, so they're on like Ulamog mana, which is not great for me. I mean, we do have the counterspell for it, but... Yeah, that's pretty good. So they're gonna get in for 6. I actually just want to counter that to keep them off of keep them off of like another keep them off of more damage. That's fine. They have 14 cards left in their library. Maybe they're trying to self-mill. Same as me here. Oh boy.
Come. Terror lurks among us.
So we have a few options here. One possible option is we Entrancing Melody, they're 6/6, and then like bounce their 2/3 or something. Although he could just exile it. We could just Flood of Tears here. Flood of Tears seems okay. He can play a fair amount of the stuff again though. We're just not close to winning with Thassa's Oracle, it's just unfortunate. I think we maybe just have to Flood and try to slow him down here. Okay, yeah, so he's on Ulamog type stuff, okay. This is super funny though. There's actually a reasonable chance if I just let him attack me here. If I just let him attack me, then I Thassa's Oracle on 0. So I'll just like play whatever, yeah. And if he plays like something else that's gonna swing out, I can maybe Merfolk Trickster. Okay. I think this is okay.
I wonder if you're brave enough to overcome your fears.
I'll just exile this. I think my opponent 100% thinks he has us here, but I'm just gonna let him exile those. We had the perfect number of cards in our library. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yep. There we go. We played Tour out. He did have it. Voracious Great Shark's a great card in this cube too. Wow, I'm really impressed with it. That and Entrancing Melody I find have been pretty insane. Okay, not quite the final boss. If we win this one, we're against the final boss, but we're getting to final boss levels. I think this is a keep. We can quench their 2-drop, which is pretty reasonable. Ooh. Not necessarily mono red, but oh yeah, that's getting quenched. So I wonder if they're really playing. I wonder if they're planning to get up to 6 lands, or if they're just playing this as a 1 mana 1/1. I think they're better than 1 mana 1/1, so maybe they are playing it and trying to get up to 6 lands. So maybe it's not actually going to be that aggressive, is kind of what I'm trying to say. Another land unlocks a lot of our cards here. Another blue land unlocks Clockwork Servant. Okay.
I would be honored to break you. I adore all this.
Yep. Do we want to just make him... Oh yeah, actually wait, if he... Oh no, he can just single block. That's probably still okay though. We don't have a huge, crazy incentive to play Talrand right now, because we're not planning on playing any instance or sorcery spells soon. We definitely want another body, though. This body doesn't die to his devil, though, so I think I might play this. Pay Adamant. Okay, Merfolk Trickster. This could allow us to get in on Tybalt. He might just let us, though. I'm not sure. We'll see.
My assistants are painfully sloppy.
Target of a spell. So that's an ability. We could Silent Departure this. Not sure. I could just Dungeon Geist. I think I kind of like just Dungeon Geisting the Tectonic Giant. And then getting in at Tybalt there. With both? Maybe this one at him? I think if he chumps this to keep Tybalt alive, I'm kind of fine with it. If he chumps it with either one of these, that's very, very much okay. Okay, chumps to prevent some face damage, sure.
I guess I cracked first.
So we're getting to the point where we could potentially like Flood of Tears and actually get something back out, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if we're on that plan right now, but yeah, I mean, I trade Dungeon Geists here, right? I don't want to spawn a whole bunch of dragons. We could just Silent Departure for tempo here. Yeah, I'm fine double blocking here. 3 damage, okay. That seems almost a little ambitious to me, but to each their own, I suppose. So currently do we do have it. We can wait until Aurelia attacks and then Merfolk Trickster triple block to kill it, and they'll get Talrand probably, but okay. It's a little bit of a problem. just really sucks to pull the trigger on Merfolk Trickster before we have enough stuff to block. Oh, and we draw this now? We needed a turn earlier to deal with shock. So we're gonna get hit for 6 next turn. That's not great. I might Merfolk Trickster before combat, and then I'll prepare for like a Flood of Tears turn coming up. Oh, I missed it. I think this is looking pretty rough for us here. We could just see what we draw. I don't know if Flood of Tears is really going to get there against this mess here. I think we're actually dead here. Yeah, he can just hit us down. Well, that was rough. Still a fun deck. We got 2 wins off of milling out, and we almost got the win against Ulamog there. That would have been sweet if we had pulled it off, but not quite. All right, well, thanks for watching. It was super fun.